Good morning and welcome to AGORACOM Small Cap Stock News. It's Tuesday, December the 17th, 2013. I've done my morning homework. I've gone through a bunch of press releases. The goal is to find good stocks for you to do your homework on and ultimately find some investment winners in there. I'm Almaden. I'm the Chief Market Commentator for AGORACOM. On today's show, I've got 6 or 7 companies to talk about, and we're trying to keep the show to around a 10-minute time frame, so I'm going to get right to it. The first company I wanted to talk about today is Pangolin Diamonds. Pangolin Diamonds had an exploration update on their Nyse project in Botswana. It seems that they've got some targets that are down near the Orapa kimberlite field. The Orapa kimberlite field is a major source of diamonds worldwide. One of the major producers of diamonds is the Orapa kimberlite, and this potential for alluvial type discovery is quite impressive, and now it looks like they have some solid targets based on their exploration work. So that's an interesting development. The stock is trading at 21.5 cents today, down 0.5 cent on 70,000 shares of trading. This company had a very good move from August, late August until mid to third week in October. Started at around 16 cents, got all the way up to 52.5 cents. Has given back most of those gains now, but I think that the market is probably oversold here. I like the company because they are looking for diamonds in Botswana. They found some kimberlites in Botswana. Kimberlites are the source of where diamonds make their way from the upper mantle into the surface, and Botswana is a great place to be looking. There's a couple of major discoveries in Botswana, or mines in Botswana, the Orapa kimberlite that I mentioned earlier, and the Zhuanang kimberlite. So they're in a very great place to be looking for diamonds. Their stock symbol is PAN, and they trade on the Venture Exchange. The next company I wanted to talk about today is Declan Resources. Declan Resources announced that they've discovered a new silver-copper trend at Nyse Hills, which is in Sierra Leone. I know that things are getting better in Sierra Leone as far as a place to do exploration. It's still not what you would call one of your most mining-friendly jurisdictions, but it looks like this company has some good stuff in their drilling that creates some interest for this program. It's not that I'm jumping up and down on it at this point in time, but I will keep an eye on it. Stocks hasn't traded anything today. The last trade was at 8 cents. It's a patchy trader until about the beginning of September. It started to trade more actively since then, but again, got to do some more homework on this one, and bear in mind that the project is in Sierra Leone. Their stock symbol is LAN, and they trade on the Venture Exchange. Next company is Aureus Mining. Aureus Mining has signed an $88 million project finance loan facility agreement with the South African banks Nedbank and Rand Merchant Bank, and has also signed a subordinated loan facility for $12 million. So that adds up to a $100 million loan for the development of their new Liberty Gold project located in their 100% owned B Mountain mining license in Liberia. Again, Liberia is not a country that I have a lot of focus on, but you got to pay attention to these kind of things when you've got a $100 million development going on there. The stock is up 3 cents today to 59 cents. Just looking at the stock chart, and this is a really patchy trader. Some days it hardly trades at all, and it has several of those. not really a chart that you can make any kind of heads or tails of where the stock is going based on that chart's performance. But we'll keep an eye on what happens with AUE, is their stock symbol, and they trade on Toronto. Next company is Asher Resources. Asher Resources had drill results out from their King mine in Nevada. They've received the assay results for 5 of the 11 drill holes that were done. This project is 10 miles east of the past producing Rawhide gold mine. Drill program was 11 holes. They did 2,186 meters. Had some good results in there. One of the highlight holes was 25 feet of 3.72 grams per ton gold with 7.1 grams per ton of silver. Had a sub-interval of 5 feet of 16 grams per ton gold and 31.5 grams per ton silver. Another hole had 30 meters of 30 feet of 3.26 grams per ton gold and 5.8 grams per ton silver. So they have an interesting set of drill results there. Stock's down 4 cents today to 20 cents. Looking at their stock chart, they were a very sleepy, sort of patchy trader until mid-August. Since then, the stock has been trading a lot more volume consistently. It's like the company went through a rebirth there in mid-August. So we'll have to do some homework as to what drove the stock up quite dramatically back then. It was trading at 7.5 cents. It traded all the way up to 34, 34.5, maybe 35 cents. Gave back some of those gains, then had another rally that took it up to around 36 cents. Gave back some of those gains, but it's an interesting chart for sure. ACN is their stock symbol, and they trade on the Venture Exchange. Next company is True Gold. True Gold announced the positive feasibility study for their Karma project, which is in Burkina Faso, West Africa. Some of the base case operating highlights and project performance includes they used $1,250 US dollars per ounce of gold. Probable mineral reserves are around 1 million ounces of gold. Production is 97,000 ounces per year over an 8.5 year mine life. The capital expenditures are 131 million. Net present value 178 million. Internal rate of return 43.1%. and 1.4 years payback. So it's got some pretty good information in that feasibility showing. They are up 1.5 cents today to 40 cents. Just looking at their stock chart, and they were going kind of sideways for most of September through to November, and then they started popping up in the last couple weeks or so, and now it's looking like that trend is getting much stronger. They broke above, they're trading above all their sort of mid, short, and long-term moving averages. So this is an interesting stock chart. That's quite a powerful move. TGM is their stock symbol. They trade on the Venture Exchange. Next company is Almaden. Almaden had drill results out on their main zone. They hit 17.75 meters of 2.62 grams per ton gold, 91 grams per ton silver. This project is in Ixtaca, Mexico. It's their Tilijtip project that they own 100% of. Had another hole there with some good results. They had a few holes there with good results. You can find that all on the company's press release. I'm just looking at the stock chart here. Today it's flat at $1.15. It's been going sideways for the last month or so. I picked this stock on Saturday in our Best of the Best and Weekly News show. What I liked about it is that it's been sort of creating a base here in the last 6 weeks or so, and I think that there's a good chance that it can move up off of that base, and that's why I picked the company. AMM is their stock symbol, and they trade on Toronto. And the final company today is from PMI Gold. PMI Gold and Asanko Gold have entered into a definitive agreement whereby Ausenco will acquire all of the common shares of PMI to create an emerging mid-tier gold producer with a clear pathway to 400,000 ounces of annual gold production. They're planning a press conference today at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 Pacific time to discuss this transaction. I believe that they may have tried to do this before, because the headline from Stockwatch is Ausenco Gold, PMI Gold try again on merger. So going to have to take a look at some of that information, find out what the big picture story is. Stock's up 9.5 cents today, so obviously the market likes this news. And just looking at the stock chart, it was on a downward trend for most of the year. Starting back in January, it was trading at 88 cents or so, came all the way down, traded as low as 24 cents, which was hit just earlier this month. Since then, they've come up quite nicely. Stock is now trading above the mid, short, and longer term moving averages, which is a bullish indicator, especially if it can hold that. How much is left in this one is hard to say because there's a merger on the table, but we will see. Keep an eye on it. PMV is their stock symbol, and they trade on the Toronto Exchange. So that's all the news for today. Before making any investment decisions, it's important for you to speak with your financial advisors and do your homework. Tomorrow, I may not do a news show. Depending on scheduling, George Cholis and I are planning on doing a big show where we're looking for tax laws, selling candidates of stocks that could move quite nicely once we're through this tax laws selling season. And we're either going to do it in the morning or in the afternoon. We haven't quite decided yet, so that'll determine whether or not I do a morning show. But we'll be back on the morning shows on Thursday, and then the end of the week show later in the week. So join us for our upcoming shows, and have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.